Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Micro Adventures. I'll be your host, Ellie, and today we are going to do a full body workout. Challengers, option to add some hand weights to the workout if you want to up the intensity a little bit. But we will start things off with one weight spring, and we want a little bit of space in front of the Microformer. So as much real estate as you can get up front, that'd be great. And we're gonna start things off in a kneeling crunch today. So knees come to your carriage, forearms onto the front platform. Right, find a really nice strong kneeling plank to start. So shoulders, hips, knees, one long line. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, squeezing your abs in and around you, begin to round up through the spine, drawing the carriage forward, chin down towards the chest. Find a little pause wherever you feel the biggest crunch in the abs, extra little squeeze right there, and then slowly send the carriage back out, sliding back out into that kneeling plank position. Okay, so I know for some of us, this can be a little bit of an odd placement for the forearms. So a couple of options, right? You could set a towel beneath the forearms here. I like to really straddle the rails with my arms. So just beneath my elbows, I've got a part of the rail, and then I've got the heels of my hands pressed into the front edge of the rail. So find some place where you're able to anchor down through the forearms and get this big doming and rounding sensation through the spine. On this next one, we're gonna find a little halfway point and hold. So once you find that halfway point, squeeze the abs, drive the navel to the spine, keep breathing. Let go of any tension in the neck, the jaw, the third eye, let it go. And then send the carriage out an inch, crunch back in an inch. Out an inch, crunch back in an inch. Really get deep into your abs and squeeze. You're here for 4. Up to the hands, wheelbarrow in 3, 2, and 1. Walk it up to your hands. Again, find the length in your spine, one long line, shoulders, hips, knees. Wrap the abs in and around you. And for this one, squeeze the glutes a little bit. That's gonna help lengthen through the low back. We'll start to send the carriage out nice and slow, 2. Nice and slow, 3. Right, on that 4th count, you're at your furthest point. Feel the tension in the abs. Use your abs to draw your collarbones forward towards the top edge of your front platform. Once the shoulders are over the wrist, we go right back out. Okay, for those of you looking for a little bit extra, try not to come in quite so far. So rather than bringing the shoulders all the way over the wrist, keep the shoulders slightly behind the wrist. Feel that tension in the abs and then go right back out into it. Now, important as you're doing this, listen to your body. You do not want to feel the workload shifting into the low back. Okay, and then for those of you looking for maybe just a little less, right? Knees underneath the hips, and you're hitting wheelbarrow in a tabletop position. Big focus on squeezing through your abs. Right? I can feel my abs working like crazy in tabletop because I'm actively squeezing them. And this really takes anything out of the lower back. So if this is an option you need in wheelbarrow, put it in your back pocket. You can use this anytime. In 4, we're gonna find that halfway point, little hold in 3, 2, send it out, hold, feel the tension in your abs, slide your shoulders away from the ears, push through the heels of the hands, squeeze the abs up and in. We're gonna slide forward 1 inch, back out 1 inch. 10 seconds, catfish is up next. Hands to your high handlebars, toes tucked to your carriage. If you don't have high handlebars, use the front platform. In 3, 2, and 1. So hands to high handlebars, toes tucked to the carriage. Zip ankles, knees, and thighs together, heels lifted high. And then point your thumbs forward, so thumbs point forward, energy in the heels of the hands. And you wanna bend the knees enough that your hips are level with your shoulders. So I've got this tabletop back position. From there, start to send the carriage out away from you slowly and with control. And before the hips start to drop, that's where you wanna pause. Feel that tension in the low abs. Slide the knees straight forward in space. So as you draw the knees forward, the carriage starts to slide in. And then stop before you lose the tension in your abs, before too much weight shifts into the feet. Upper body is locked in place, it's not moving. Focus on catfish, really working deep and low into your abdominal wall here. So scooping through the low belly, set the shoulders away from the ears, relax through the traps. Nice work, friends. I want you to figure out where you feel the most sensation in your core, in your catfish. Take it out and hold in 3, 2, find where you feel it the most. Hold the tension in the core, slide the carriage forward an inch, out an inch, forward an inch, out an inch. You've got running man on deck. You've got 10 seconds. Think running man is like a single leg catfish. In 4, slide the carriage in 3, 2, slide the carriage in, hold. Float your right leg out to straight. Now from here, right knee will come towards your chest as the carriage leg slides out away from you. And then as you slide the left knee in, like that single leg catfish, right toes reach to the space behind you. So strong, straight leg. When that knee comes in towards the chest, see if you can hug the right knee up and in towards your heart space, getting a little extra crunch in the core. Try to keep some length in both sides of the waistline. Good, my left leg is like absolutely tremoring here. Right, my core is starting to shake. This is a good sign we're where we need to go. 10 seconds left in this running man. You're doing great. Let's send the right leg out. Let's hold it here. Strong through the core, straighten the right leg as much as you can. Reach your toes behind you. See if you can lift the leg in line with the hip. From here, squeeze your glute. Little lift up an inch, down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch. Okay, you can stay on the ball mount of the left foot, or you can set the left heel down. We'll give you a little bit more support. Strong through the core, squeeze. Keep reaching out through the toes and reach the crown of your head forward. Hold the leg up from here. Soft bend in the right knee. Straighten the leg all the way. Tiny bend, big stretch back. Little bend, stretch. Keep the leg lifted high. And this is literally the smallest bend in your knee. It's like a tiny, tiny bend, big stretch back. As you reach back through your right toes, straighten the leg all the way. Squeeze your glute, squeeze your hamstring. This is so tough if you're doing it right. 8 seconds, step the right foot forward. We go elevator lunge in 3, 2, 1. Right foot steps forward. Oh, let's go elevator lunge. So bring it all the way up. Big hinge forward from the hips as you lower down into this lunge. Drive into the right heel, slowly lift it up. Use the back line of your right leg to draw your body forward and upright. Micro bend in the right knee at the top. Take it right back down, nice and slow. Check in that the hips and the shoulders are squared forward towards the front of your space. Right? And as you come into this lunge, see if you can get into a 90-degree bend in the knee and then push down through the heel to start to rise back up. Awesome. So we're gonna add on, next time you lower down into your lunge, go ahead and hold. We'll layer in a carriage kick. So left knee slides in underneath the left hip-ish. Keep reaching your right glute to the floor behind you. Left leg will slide out nice and long. And then drive through right heel, slowly lift it up. Good. So every time we come down into elevator lunge, we're adding in a carriage kick. And we're gonna add on again. So we hit a carriage kick at the bottom of our lunge. Good, and there's no rush, right? The slower you go, the more effective this will be. At the top of the lunge, we're gonna hit a hip hinge. So arms out in front of you, imagine you're holding weights, or challengers, pick up weights. From here, soft bend in the knee, hinge forward at the hips with a flat back. Pause right there. Dig your heel down into the front platform, squeeze the glute, slowly lift it up. Do not lock out your right knee. Oh, hip hinge works every time. Go back into your lunge. So we're lowering down into our elevator lunge. At the bottom, pause. You hit one carriage kick. Right, option to add in any arms you like. I sometimes like to just get my arms flowing and moving because it gives my brain something else to focus on, and it kind of keeps the energy flowing in my body. Don't forget your hip hinge at the top of the lunge. And I'm never locking out my right knee. That's super important. I'm keeping a lot of tension down through the right heel the entire time. You've got just about 25 seconds left in this elevator lunge combo. Up next, we will go to one red spring and you will hit skating, right foot to the front platform. Keep moving, keep working. Oh man, friends, this shake is freaking real. 8 seconds. We are going one red spring, right foot front platform, left foot carriage for skating. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot front platform, left foot carriage. Let's start to sit the hips down into a squat-like position. Strong through the core, shoulders open. Chest open is what I meant to say. And then a lot of energy down through this right foot. Seal down the outer edge of the right foot, slightly push off the right foot. Now left leg slowly extends out. Seal down the outer edge of the left foot. Feel the outer lining of that left leg work on the extension. Control it in. And then focus in. So this isometric hold on the right leg is the focus of this exercise. You're sitting your glutes back in space. You're sealing down the outer edge of your right foot and you're slightly pressing your body weight down and away from that front platform, which gets you more work in the left leg and more intentional work in the right leg. Great job here, friends. Big inhales, full exhales. Wrap your abs in and around you a little bit tighter. You're doing so good. Stay with me. The worst thing you could do right now is stand up. So if you're starting to burn out, work a little bit higher, but keep the tension in the legs, right? This is just as hard for me because I'm intentionally pushing down through that right foot, right? Skating is not about how low you get, and in fact, your chest should be higher than your hips the whole time. If you are here with your back flat, you're not getting as much leg work as you would up here, because I'm bringing my torso back into my legs. All right, from here, we're gonna send the carriage out. We're gonna find a little hold. From here, sit your glutes down an inch, up an inch, pulse the carriage leg out an inch, in an inch. Hips down, up, carriage leg out, in. You've got some floor split squats on deck. Quarter turn to our right. Right foot will step to the floor. Left toes will stay on the carriage. In 3, in 2, and 1. Bring the right foot forward to the floor. Left toes will tuck back on the carriage wherever you want. Don't worry about getting resistance on the carriage. From here, sit the hips down and back, Bulgarian split squat. You're dropping that left knee towards the front platform. Drive into the right heel, lift up. So this is why you want space in front. If you've got too much tension on the carriage leg, walk your right foot forward a little bit more. And then really bend through both knees, sink it down nice and low. Drive through the right heel, slow lift up. Man, and if you want weights because you want a little extra, go get it. I think I'm starting to pit out my gray long sleeve shirt, which is just excellent, right? It's like a super cute top, but anytime you wear gray, like the sweat stains are just inevitable. I don't know what to do. Most of my wardrobe is gray and black. I guess I can just switch to black all winter. It'll be super, super dark and depressing. All right, in 4, let's take it down on that note and hold. In 3, 2, take it down, hold. Little hinge forward from the hips. Energy down through the right heel. Look at your right knee, it's aligned over your ankle. We go floor runner's lunge. Left leg's gonna slowly send the carriage out. Left knee bends in. If you want more resistance on your carriage, bring your left foot to the front edge of your carriage. Bring your right heel closer to your front platform, and that is gonna get you more resistance. Good, focus in. Big inhales, strong exhales. You're in a floor runner's lunge. If you prefer to have your foot on the front platform, that's always an option available to you. Nice work, friends. This is gonna be where we finish out our right leg. So, hands to your hips, make sure they're even in space, up and down, and they're squared forward. Keep sitting your right glute down and back. Maybe use your hands to press your hips a little bit lower, and then hinge forward from the hips a little bit more and feel more body weight work down into the right leg. Oh my word, this is the worst and the best, right? Where you feel it is where the change is happening in the muscles. So stay with me, stay in this runner's lunge, get what you came for, right? You showed up because you want to push yourself. You want to work hard. You want to get a great workout in a short amount of time. Stay in the move, even if you're just slightly bent. Back leg, send it out, hold, don't lock out your left knee, hold it right here. Right glute, sit it down an inch, up an inch, pulse the carriage leg out an inch, in an inch, hips down, tiny up, press out, in. Keep it going. This is gonna take you to the end of this exercise, about 15 seconds left. We have a reverse mega wheelbarrow with a push-up, knees to the floor in front of your front platform, hands to your carriage. Turn around. We go reverse mega wheelbarrow in 3, 2, and 1. So from here, knees to the floor in front of your front platform, squeeze your glutes strong through the core. We're gonna send the carriage out nice and slow, just like a wheelbarrow. Feel your abs work to slow down the carriage and resist this spring load. So on a regular wheelbarrow with a light spring, you're stabilizing over the spring. Right, that really light tension. On this heavy spring load, you're squeezing your core tightly, you're keeping everything steady, and you're resisting the weight of this spring load. Next time your hands are beneath your shoulders, drop and give me a push-up. So 1 mega wheelbarrow, 1 push-up. Focus on the form in your push-ups. Make sure you're not dropping through the face first. Lead with the heart when you do a push-up. And keep the space between your shoulder blades. You don't want it sinking in. You want to keep pressing the space between your shoulder blades towards the sky. Elbows bend, heart leads the way. Press up. So if you're working on building strength in your push-ups, make them a little bit smaller, right? Range of motion doesn't need to be big. It needs to meet you where you're at. So maybe you're just bending and lifting an inch or two because you're working on building that strength, keeping the space between the shoulder blades lifted, keeping the core engaged, and leading with your heart. Great job. We're gonna give this just about 15 more seconds. You've got a dancing catfish on deck. 1 white spring, hands to your high handlebars. We're gonna make that catfish dance. 10 seconds here. Maybe throw in an extra push-up or 2 next time the hands are beneath the shoulders. We're going 1 white spring in 4, 3, 2, 1. Change your springs. Let's go 1 white, dancing catfish. Hands to your high handlebars, toes tucked to the carriage, zip ankles, knees, and thighs together. Find that tabletop back. So send the carriage out a little bit, hips level with the shoulders. Now we'll start to send the legs out through center. And then we'll swivel the hips, bend the knees towards one shoulder as you squeeze in. Whatever oblique's facing the floor is where you should feel that pinch through the waistline. Lengthen back out through center. You'll start to swivel the hips the other way and dance to the other side. So it's a lot like our dancing bear. And if you prefer, you can walk your hands down to your front platform and you can hit a dancing bear. You have 15 seconds left in this move, so make every single one of them count. Running man is up next. It's gonna be left leg lifted this time. Good, stay in this dancing catfish for 4, for 3, 2, bring the knees in, shift the weight into the ball of the right foot, left leg extends out nice and long. See if you can get the left leg lifted in line with the hips, square your hips to the floor, energy through those toes. Now send the carriage leg out as you pull left knee in towards the chest. Scoop the knee all the way up into your heart space. And then as you do the single leg catfish, right knee slides forward, left toes reach out long behind you. So think about this kind of like a bicycle leg, right? As one leg extends, the other knee comes in. Square your shoulders to the space below you. Upper body stays steady. 15 seconds, okay? That is about the fact if you're doing this right, it is so freaking hard, okay? We've got those little leg lifts on deck. Left leg extends and hold in 3, in 2, and 1. You can stay on the ball mound of the right foot or set the heel down for more stability. Square the hips to the floor. Squeeze your left glute as much as you can. Reach your toes out straight and strong. From here, it's up an inch, down an inch. Lift from the base of your glute, right? Right where your hamstring meets your glute, the smile line on your booty. Believe me, your glutes are so freaking happy you're doing this exercise. It's making your booty smile a little bit more. Aren't you happy? I feel so happy right now. Hold that leg up from here. Tiny bend of the knee, straighten the leg. Tiny bend, big stretch. You're working against gravity here, strong through your core. You're also creating all of this length, reach. Make that reach come from the base of your glute, the base of your seat. 10 seconds. Breathe. Elevator lunges coming at you. Left foot steps to the front platform in 3, in 2, 1. Left foot steps forward. Right toes tucked to the carriage. Oh, I feel like a sigh of relief to get to elevator lunge. I don't know about y'all, but okay. Get everything squared up, set up. Okay, feet hip width apart, shoulders squared forward, whatever you need to do. Hinge forward from the hips as you lower down into this lunge. So first little bit here, we're just lunging. Then we'll start to layer in. Great, my right leg is shaking. You ever get into the other leg? So now we're focused on the left leg and your other leg's like, oh, hey, I'm really tired. I don't even want to take this carriage ride. This is like so much that it just starts tremoring. That's like what my leg's doing right now on the way up. All right, next time we're down in the lunge, we'll add on. So lowering down into the lunge, let's find that carriage kick. Back knee slides in. Freeze your left leg. Keep wrapping your outer left glute back. Drive to the top. Good. We'll come back down. We'll hit elevator lunge with that kick. And then we'll add on when we lift to the top of this lunge this time. So coming all the way down, we'll hit our kick here. Right, and then as you lift up, without locking out the left knee, we'll find our hip hinge. So imaginary weights or real hand weights. Hinge from the hips with a flat back. Pause, drive into your left heel, squeeze left glute, lift up using the back line of the left leg. Holy smokes. Okay, if you want to add in some arms, maybe sweep the arms forward as you lower into the lunge. I like to row the elbows back as I hit the carriage kick. Reach the arms forward. And then slow lift, pressing the palms back. At the top, don't forget your hip hinge. And if you are doing this right, you should be feeling it. Okay, so if you're ever doing an exercise and you don't feel it, right, go slower, step 1. Step 2, actively squeeze the muscles that should be working. So the focus here is really our left glute, our left hamstring, even down into the left calf. I can feel my left calf working to help stabilize me here. Good, great job. We're gonna go just 15 seconds. And if you do all of those things, you slow down, you squeeze the muscles that are working, and you still don't feel it, I want you sending me a message. DM me, email me, y'all can get a hold of me anytime because I wanna help you get into the muscles, right? That's the point. We're going 1 red spring. You have skating up next in 5, in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go 1 red spring. Left foot front platform, right foot carriage. Sit your hips back into that squat-like position. Seal down the outer edge of the left foot. Push off that left leg slightly. And then right leg slowly starts to skate out. And then slowly back in. So if y'all have ever seen a speed skater, they sort of push off one leg and launch, and then they launch the other way. So what I want you to think about with this left leg is you're pushing down and slightly off of that left leg the whole time. And I'm not leaning my body weight to the right. I'm really sending all this energy down and slightly away from that front platform, and you'll feel the outer lining of the left glute work like crazy, right? And then the right leg's just sliding out and in. Okay, right leg sliding out and in, sort of giving our mind something else to focus on. So keep going in your skating. And remember, the worst thing you could do right now is stand up and shake it out. Worst thing, don't do it. Okay, if you are feeling like this is too much, work higher. I only need like a 1 to 2 inch bend in the knees to keep the workload in the legs. Drive your heels into the surface below you. Actively squeeze your glutes. Okay, you're right where you need to be. Trust me, trust yourself. You've got this. Core wraps in a little tighter, support your low back. Send the carriage leg out and hold in 3. In 2, you've got this. And 1, send it out, hold. Sit your hips down an inch, up an inch, carriage leg out, in. 1 inch, really small. You've got less than 10 seconds. Split squats. Left foot to the floor, right toes to the carriage in 3, in 2, and 1. Left foot steps forward to the floor, right toes tucked to the carriage. Grab some real weights or imaginary weights, set it on down. Okay, so I am not using any weights today, although I'm saying you can pick them up if you want. Okay, split squats, sink down, little hinge forward from the hips, drive through left heel, lift up. And the reason I'm not using weights is because I don't feel like it today, okay? So Bulgarian split squat down and up, but I like to offer you the option to pick them up if there's, you know, a day you feel like, man, I just have a little extra energy to burn off, or I just like really wanna freaking go for it, right? That is one way you can up the intensity of any workout. So keep that in mind. This is your workout. I am simply a guide, and everything I offer you is an offering, right? It's a suggestion. Take it or leave it. Ultimately, you know what you need, you know what your body needs, and you know where your form feels good in your body and where you feel challenged. In 4, down and hold. In 3, in 2, let's hit that runner's lunge. So make any adjustments you need to with the feet. Sit the glutes down and back. Right leg slowly extends out. Right leg slowly resist in. And where I'm at right now, I'm not feeling a ton of work in my left leg. So to adjust that, I'm hinging forward from my hips a little bit more, and I'm actively focusing a little bit more energy down into my left heel. And now I feel the left glute fire up, right? Now I'm feeling that workload where I want to feel it. And I'm getting a little bit more through my core. And if you need more resistance on the right leg, right toes, front of the carriage, left heel, back it all the way up next to your front platform. Oh, my right leg is absolutely not having it, shaking. Wow, okay. Here's the deal, friends. Your freaking finisher is on deck. What? We are just about through this class. Amazing, but you've got to get through this runner's lunge for me first. Recommit. Check in with the hips, hands to the hips. Are they level? Are they square? Can I push them down and back a little bit more? Because guess what? You've got 25 seconds left in your legs. Sit it lower. Send the carriage out. Hold. Sit the glutes down an inch, up an inch. Carriage leg out. In. Hips down, up. Carriage leg out. In. Listen, you have 13 seconds. Stay with it. On deck, we're gonna hit declined push-ups. Knees or toes to your carriage. Hands come to the floor. Declined push-ups in 3, in 2, and 1. Knees or toes to the carriage, hands to the floor. Find your strong plank position. Bend through the elbows, lower. Lead with your heart, press back up. Elbows are kind of going out to a 45 behind you. Strong through the core. Lead with your heart space. So this decline in the angle is going to make these push-ups more intense. If it's too much, take out the decline. Do the push-ups straight up on the machine or on the floor. But this is our finisher, right? And we always finish with a bang. We want to finish how we want to feel. We want to push it. So you know when I get to that countdown, you are in the exercise, you are in the move. You're not going to jump the count. You've got 10 seconds till we hold it halfway down, and then we're gonna pulse it out for our final 10. I'm coming back with you here. In 4, take it down and hold. In 3, 2, halfway point, hold. Strong arms, strong core, little pulses. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Sit your hips to your heels, forehead melts. Let the upper body just kind of drape itself over the machine here. Let go of any tension you may not have realized you were holding in the jaw, the throat, the space between your brows. Soften hips towards heels. Maybe feel a little lengthening in your low back. And then let's start to walk those hands in towards us. Let's make our way up to standing. Turn to face me. We're gonna stretch out those quads real quick. So right heel to glute, right ankle to the right hand. Hug the thighs together, squeeze your glutes, press your hips forward. So a little release in the front of the thigh. You might hold on to a wall or something for balance. Awesome, awesome job today. I'm so, so proud of you always. Let's release that foot. It's a little hard to find my balance. My legs are like giving me little tiny twitches here and there. Right, so notice how you feel. Right, that's more important than anything else. Right? And where you're at today is where you're at today, and that's so great. Right? So you should be really proud of yourself for making it to this point in the class, for making it all the way to the end to get this little stretch, to release that foot. So please stretch it out, drink some water, take good care of yourselves. Let's seal in all of our energy together with 2 deep breaths. Inhale, circle, sweep, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, let's document the pit stains. Baby, big breath in. Exhale, hands to heart. Thank you all so much. I'll see you again real soon.